Howdy folks, this is Rowdy from Rowdy Rants. I'm kind of hanging out here in my shed today, escaping from the sun. It's July the 4th. Happy Independence Day to one and all. Doing some grilling out, got some family over. Everybody's spending a lot of good time together. I got all my boys together. We're doing some hot dogs and some baked beans and hamburgers and pigs in a blanket and some fried chicken. I got a pretty good sized crowd. You know, over here on my left hand side, just under this window behind me, if you're noticing, that's my wife's homemade laundry detergent. So you can obviously tell this is a shared space. Once again, happy Independence Day to one and all. Okay. Going to be doing several videos, back to back, because I'm going back and forth. So, it'll be a little patchwork of things. Bear with me. The first thing I want to talk about is the Trump travel ban. If you've been keeping up with the news in any way, manner, shape, or form, you saw the video from Steve Gern, the contractor that was evacuated out of Iraq, and he flat told people, these people want to kill you. I don't know why people can't seem to understand something. The man's an expert. He's an expert on where he's been and what he's been doing. He understands what he's talking about. He understands the people. And it's almost like some of them just don't want to hear the truth. People, oh, I'm not going to listen. He doesn't speak for everybody. He's not an authority on it. I don't know how anybody could be more of an authority than a guy that actually does the escorts. So you need to kind of pay attention. We need to start vetting the people that come to the country. And we need to start being real serious about the safety of the citizens. Nobody wants to deny somebody their rights, but at the same time, you don't want to diminish a citizen or an immigrant's rights in the name of letting citizens come here as what you're considering to be a right. It's not really a right for them to come here. It's a privilege for them to be able to immigrate here. And there is a qualification process. There needs to be a qualification process. This idea that just open the borders and let everybody come and go as they please, that's not going to work. You need to actually sit and listen to why these people are leaving the countries they're leaving. They're leaving these countries because they're trying to get away from the nightmare that they lived in. And these same people are going to tell you they don't want that nightmare to follow them here. In the same instance, in their own crowd, they're not going to cut their own throat and diminish the strong men who can really make their life terrible. So they kind of got us talk out of both sides of their face. Okay? I'm going to put it on hold, and I'll start again here in just a little bit. Donald Trump and fake news. Now, boy, there's a topic, ain't it? You see all this stuff on there about fake news and Donald Trump and CNN and MSNBC and NBC. And everybody's trying to, cover their tail. Except Donald Trump. He seems to like to stick his out there. You got to appreciate the man. He definitely has a what's the words I'm looking at? He has a knack for tweaking somebody just at the right time. This little video that he posted, I guess somebody else made, of him wrestling CNN. Now they're wanting to call it racially insensitive or something like that. The bottom line is this is a bunch of horse shit. Folks are, just trying to find a way to pick at Donald Trump, anything they can to create a distraction. That's like the whole Russian bit. This is all payback for the way he ran his election. Democrats have always done this sort of thing. They've always been hostile. They always try and demonize their opponents. Not all Democrats, just your more radical ones that don't have as much of a sense of morality and ethics. Pretty much the Democrats' golden rule is I'll do everything I can to you and then scream if you do it to me. You know, that's pretty much the size of it. I don't know what kind of bullshit people think they're going to spread, especially when you're looking at some of this um, news that's coming out. The question I have to ask is, if I can't call it fake news, what should I be calling it? Possible news, predictive news. If they're cooking the news and they keep getting proven wrong, it's fake or it's fraudulent. Um, I can't understand why people are having a reaction to Donald Trump calling him on it. He ran his whole campaign very vocally, very forward, very hard line. I don't think it's surprising at all that he's running his presidency the same way. And God bless him for it. He's what I think this country needs. I'm pretty well known for telling people when they ask who I voted for, I voted for Donald Trump, but I didn't vote because I'm a Republican or because I'm conservative. I voted for change. I voted for real change. I voted against the bureaucracy and politics in Washington, D.C. They call it the swamp. I call it what it is. It's a built in bureaucracy of privilege and entitlement from the political class, and it needs to stop. Hopefully, Donald Trump will shake this country to its foundations, and it will be a better place for it. Kamala Harris, Democrat, California. Well, you're making a lot of news lately. You're the next Obama formula, aren't you? It's kind of obvious to see. Uh, Firebrand politics, firebrand policy, firebrand opinions, and the networks are just fawning over you right and left. What is it now? CNN even hired your sister as a political analyst. Sounds like folks are lining up to help you out. What I see is an odds maker declaring that you are 33 to 1 for president in 2020. You ain't no president. You another Hillary Clinton is going to make it the floor of a comment because you think you're the exception. Let me talk to the people that Kamala Harris was speaking to and the ones that were listening to Kamala in that inauguration ceremony, not inauguration ceremony, but citizenship ceremony with the children on board the USS Iowa. Kamala, I served on board the USS Iowa, and I take exception to the fact that you pushed a strictly Democratic agenda, a strictly Democratic agenda. Instead of talking to these people and praising the United States and encouraging them to be responsible U.S. citizens and take an active part in politics, you made sure you put that bend for the left in there. You made sure these people only saw the point of view that you wanted them to see. Let me explain something to you people. You know, I understand that you may have family in other places that you want to join you here, but you're a citizen here now too. You want you and the ones you love to be safe, and being safe doesn't mean being safe from getting kicked out of the country. You're here. Being safe means making sure somebody doesn't come in and gun you down. I strongly suggest that you rethink your strategy. Hello, son.
Hi.
Kamala Harris is leading people down the yellow brick road, and that yellow brick road leads to the White House. She's raising money right and left for campaign initiatives, keeping her face in the news, being loud and obtuse. There's an agenda. That was my son that just came in for a minute. I needed to grab something. He just headed back outside. I think he's playing cards with his brothers. Miss Harris, I have all the respect in the world for anyone's achievements, but the only thing you've achieved is divisiveness. I sincerely encourage you to remember that you are a senator or a congressman or representative, however you want to refer to yourself, first. You're a Democrat or Republican next. You're a U.S. citizen first. That comes long before Democrat or Republican. Frankly, Miss Harris, you're an embarrassment. A little burst of light came in there just as I said that. Ain't that amazing? I'll be back.